Hello everyone, welcome to this lecture number 4 of this unit 6 computer aided process planning. Today this is Mr. Suyog Patil, a system professor in Department of Mechanical Engineering, Sharad Institute of Technology, College of Engineering, Edrao, Ichalkaranji. Today in this lecture we are going to see this material resource planning, MRP, material resource planning, and just in time technique. So first of all, we will see what is mean by this material resource planning. It is also called as MRP. Okay. This MRP is a computer-based inventory control or inventory management system. Okay, MRP is a computer-based inventory management system designed to improve this productivity for the businesses. Okay, in order to improve this productivity of this industries or this businesses, this MRP is designed. Companies who MRP system to estimate these quantities of this raw material and schedule their deliveries. Okay, basically these companies implement this MRP's system to estimate the quantities of this raw material and this their schedules or their deliveries. Okay, so again, it is a planning technique. MRP is a planning technique which converts this master production schedule of an end products into detailed schedule for raw materials and their parts used in their end products. Okay, so is MRP is a production planning technique, planning scheduling techniques which converts this master production schedule into this parts detailed schedule. Okay, that means how much parts are required and at what quantities and what time as well as. Then again, this MPS, that means this master production schedule, is the plan that a company has developed for this their production, inventory, and staffing, etc. Okay, this MPS is basically is this plan that company has developed for production, inventory, and staffing. Then this MRP is a means for determining the number of parts, that components, and the materials needed to produce a component. Also, this material resource planning MRP is a production planning, scheduling, and inventory control system. Okay, MRP is a production planning, scheduling, and inventory control system used to manage these manufacturing processes. Used to manage these manufacturing processes as well as to control the cost of this inventory, cost of the production. Okay, and in order to meet this customers demand in on time as well as this MRP helps. Okay, so therefore this material resource planning are is a production is a planning technique which is used nowadays in this industries. Then why this MRP is important? Why it is required is MRP? So it is a framework. MRP is a framework to help business plan operations, then control their inventories, okay, and organize their logistics as well as. Okay, it it plans, then it again control their operations, and it also manages their inventory. Okay, organizes their logistics, transports as well as. So this proper implementation of this MRP ensures that the manufacturers have the right quantity of the materials at the right time, okay, for their production to take place. So therefore this MRP helps in this scheduling, controlling, and managing as well as. Then objectives of these MRPs. Okay. So the first objective of this MRP is inventory reduction. Okay, it ultimately controls and plans this materials required. So it ultimately helps this reduction in the inventory as well as the reduction in the inventory cost as well. Then again, it determines how many components are needed and when in order to meet this MPS, master production schedule. Okay, and also it reduces this production and delivery times. Okay, this MRP helps in reducing this delivery times as well as in the production time. It reduces the production time required as this components needed are available at this time. Okay, so delay time can be reduced it helps to meet these delivery deadlines by the customers, by the coordinating inventories, okay, procurement and production decision. Okay, by controlling this coordinating inventories, procurement and production decision, this MRP helps to meet the customer's delivery date or expectations. Then again, in realistic commitments, this MRP improves this customer satisfaction. Okay, this customer satisfaction um, by implementing these realistic commitments. Okay, to fulfilling these realistic commitments again, is MRP improves this customer satisfaction. It ensures these materials are available for production and products are available for delivery to the customers. This MRP ensures this products or this raw materials available, okay, for the production, as well as it ensures this uh, products are available for this delivery, okay, to the customers. Then again, it maintains the lowest possible material and this product level in the store. Okay, as we discussed, this MRP helps to control this inventory. Okay, inventory control. Then again, it plans the manufacturing activities. This MRP plans a manufacturing activities as well as then delivery schedules and the purchasing activities, purchasing decisions also taken by the help of this MRPs. Okay, so these are the some of the objectives of this material resource planning. Now, fundamental concept of this MRP. Okay, so this MRP is again depends on these two terms, that is independent demand and it depends on this dependent demands. Okay, in case of this independent demand, the demand for the product is not directly related with the demand for the other items. Okay, this independent demand is the demand for the product is not directly depends on the demand of the other items, but in case of this dependent demand, this demand of the product is directly depends on the demand of the other products. Okay, so independent demand is also demand organizing the outside the plant production system. Okay, this independent demand means it the demand which organizes the outside the plant food or production system, while this dependent demand is demand for the components. Okay, that means the demand of required or the requirement of this component or this assembly or the production, it is related with the production, and this independent demand is related with this other quantities or other controls. Okay, functions of this MRP. Okay, the basic functions of this material resource plannings are it inventory control, bill of material processing, and elementary scheduling. Okay, this MRP is the function of this MRP is to control this inventory, to prepare this bill of material or bill of processing, material processing, and this elementary scheduling. Okay, scheduling also. Then MRP helps organizations to maintain low inventory levels. Okay, by controlling this inventory and by scheduling this inventory, okay, or this raw materials required, it maintains the low inventory levels. Then companies need to control the types of these quantities of materials they purchase. They plan which products are to be produced and in what quantities, and ensures that they are able to meet the current and future customer demands. Okay, at lowest possible cost. This material resource planning helps to produce these materials or to produce these components at lowest possible cost by controlling this inventory control, by reducing this inventory control cost by scheduling. Again, we can reduce the production or delay time. Okay, as well as by controlling this logistics as well, so it can reduce this cost. Ultimately, at the lowest possible cost, we can manufacture this components. Then again, making a bad decision in any of these areas will make a company lose money. We will see examples of this. If a company purchases insufficient quantities of item used in manufacturing, it may be unable to meet the contract obligations to the supply products on time. Okay, so insufficient quantities are purchased or the decision taken in this purchase procurement of this quantities, if it is bad or wrong, it ultimately helps in this supply of the product on time. Then if a company purchases excessive quantities of item, the money is wasted. Okay, if excessive order or is placed or quantities are purchased, it they ultimately increases this stock, or we can say this inventory, and the money is wasted in the stock. Then beginning of the production of an order at the wrong time can cause customer deadlines to meet this missed. Okay, so start of this production or this production schedule, if it is wrong decision is taken in the production schedule or beginning of the production, then it may cause this customer's deadline to be missed. So these are the some of the examples. Okay, because of this MRP is very much important. This material resource planning is a tool to deal with these problems, okay, by providing answers to the several questions such as what items are required, how many items are required, and when these items are required. Okay, by answering such a questions, this material resource planning can deal with this inventory control problems in this industries. So these are the functions of this MRP. Now we will see the inputs and outputs of this material resource planning. Okay, so input of this material resource planning are bill of material files. Here we can see BOM file. Okay, so this bill of materials, how many components and which are these components are required for this production system. Then master production schedule. Okay, so the production schedule, how many components and which are the products, final products are scheduled in this plan. Then that master schedule, production schedule is also required for this MRP as an input. Then inventory status file. Okay, this how many components are available in this store. Okay, that is also very much important, and that is also the one of the input to this material response planning. Okay, and finally it gives this output reports in terms of this recommended production schedule. Okay, this output of this MRP is recommended production schedule as well as this recommended purchasing schedule. Okay, how many components are required, or how many components that company have to purchase, as well as at what time, and this what should be the production schedule, how many components in at how many days or at what time. Okay, it should be produced, that can be controlled with the help of this MRP. Okay, these are the input and outputs of this MRP system. Now benefits of this material resource planning. Okay, this MRP helps in this inventory reduction. This MRP reduces this inventory as well as in this inventory cost. Okay, then again reduction in the production and delivery time, it reduces this time or delay time, as well as, and it increases the efficiency of this production system. Then faster response to the market changes. This MRP helps to response this uh, market change, okay, quickly. Then it improves this labor and equipment utilization. This MRP, as it is helps in for this schedule and production schedule and requirements. Okay, and as well as it controls, so it improves this labor and equipment utilization as well as. Then better inventory planning and scheduling. Okay, it helps bet in inventory planning and scheduling as well. Then reduce the inventory levels without reduce the customer service. Okay, so these are some of the benefits of this MRP system. So similarly, some limitations are as well as. Okay, so drawbacks of this MRP are inaccurate information can result in misplanning, overstock or understock, or lack of this appropriate resources. Okay, so therefore this accurate information should be there. Okay, we have to provide a, it is a software technique, so we have to give inputs to this MRP system accurately. If we provide by mistakenly inaccurate information, it can result in this misplanning or overstock or understock of this inventories. So inaccurate master schedule will provide wrong lengths of this time of our production. Okay, hence it affect this planning of this production planning. Okay, So these decisions are very much important. Then MRP system can be costly and time consuming to set up. Okay, this implementation of this MRP systems in this industries is a time consuming process, as well as it requires some additional cost. Okay, so this is also one of the drawback of this MRP system. Now, after this material resource planning, one more important term is just in time. Okay, just in time. It is a technique. Just in time is a management strategy that aligns raw material orders from suppliers directly with this products or schedules. Okay, so therefore, this just in time is a strategy which helps this or again we can say this, it is a used to increase the efficiency and decrease the waste. Okay, just in time technique is used to improve this efficiency, and it also reduces this waste. Then it is a manufacture, just in time manufacturing is also known as the Toyota production system. Okay, it is sometimes TPS, it is also known as Toyota production system, because this car manufacturer Toyota adopted this system first in 1970s. Okay, in 1970s, this Toyota car manufacturer first adopted this just-in-time system technique. Okay, to control this inventory. So a highly coordinated processing. This just-in-time technique is a highly coordinated processing system in which goods move through the system and services are performed just as they are needed. Okay, that means when these components are required and they're needed, at that time only these components are passed, or these components are taken or purchased. Okay, in short, this just in time inventory system is all about having the right material at the right time, at the right place, and in the right quantity. That means through this just in time technique, we can get this right amount of this material, or this right material in right quantity, okay, and at this right place and at correct timing, and whenever this it is required. Okay, so therefore this delay can be avoided. Okay, and this just in time technique can also be used in this inventory controls as well as. So what are the benefits of this JIT then? Okay, this, it lowers the stock holding, means a reduction in storage space which saves rent and insurance costs. Okay, this JIT gives this right quantity at the right time, so it reduces, ultimately it lowers the stock holding. Okay, that means reduction in the storage space, or we can save this rent. Okay, and as well as this insurance cost, as well as inventory is control. Then again, as stock is only obtained when it is needed, so less working capital is tied up in this stock. Okay, so stock control or this inventory is controlled. Okay, then again there is less likelihood of stock uh, perishing, becoming obsolete or out of this date. Okay, then again this JIT avoids the build-up of unsold finished product that can occur when sudden changes in the demand. When there are some certain changes in the demand or this customer's requirement, okay, this JIT avoid this build-up of this unsold finished product or this unnecessary inventories. Okay, so less time is spent on checking and reworking of this product of others, as the emphasis is on going the work right for first time. Okay, so it reduces this time in this checking and tooling. Okay, so these are the some of the benefits of this just in time technique. Thank you so much. Friends, thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please share, comment, and like this video. Then subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell icon to get notified for more videos on this CAD/CAM subject. And thanks for watching. Thank you so much.